everyone, this is Robin with Weight Loss Apocalypse. This video is in response to a comment made by Kia HCG Simeons, of which, after reading the thread, and this was in the Weight Loss Apocalypse book club, I totally get why we should be concerned, or at least be aware that there are some people who are taking the hunger scale to the extreme, where they obviously have not read Weight Loss Apocalypse. They don't understand why identifying hunger and using hunger as a guide to know your body's hormonal balance. And they are, on some level, allowing extreme hunger and all symptoms of starvation with the intent to feel better about themselves, to maybe potentially compete with other people to show that they have more self-control, and all of which, by the way, people who do that, that's all symptoms of eating disorders, and anorexics are very competitive with each other. I know because I've been one, and they compete on the internet, they compete with pictures, they compete with who cannot eat less, and it's just all a sign, Kia, that you're seeing is how prevalent eating disorders are in our culture, and most people don't even know it. Especially people who actually have weight problems. They don't think that you could have an eating disorder unless you're emaciated, which is not the truth for the majority. So I just want to put out, a warning that severe hunger should never be tolerated. To me, that's just as dysfunctional as excessive eating. I talk about that all the time. I write about it all the time, and the reason why I stated 3.5 on that hunger scale is because even getting to a 3 to me, which is urgency, is pushing the envelope of starvation. And during the HCG protocol, you're really close to causing damage with starvation, just as enough as you are causing damage with cheating. And part of the learning process of understanding hunger is recognizing it, understanding how it manifests for each individual, and then learning to trust it and know how it works, so that going forward, if you've never known what hunger's felt like and never been asked to use it as a guide, once you really feel what it's like to have that kind of headache and nausea and really lethargic, you don't want to get there again. Understand that, oh, that's starvation. I'm too hungry. I waited too long. And the more you practice, the better you get at identifying it, the better you get at avoiding extremes. And in no way ever did I intend for people to take it for an ego trip. So I just want to thank you, Kia, for bringing this to light. I totally get your intention. I think a lot of people think that you were applying it to the book group, which I know was not your intent, and I can see why people would think that, but it wasn't. You were talking about outsiders who've never read the book and who were taking it as an ego trip. And so I thank you for this, and I just want to make sure that if you're not sure what hunger feels like, that you're struggling with the identification of it, that you ask for help, that there are more people out here that can help you than compete with you. And we want you to be successful. We do not want you to starve and tolerate symptoms of starvation. I don't think if you don't understand it that you're stupid, and nor do I think that you don't have the ability to assess it. Sometimes there's a learning curve. And so many people have never ever used hunger and never ever felt hunger. So it's understandable why it would be hard to identify, but it doesn't mean it can't be identified and that you can't learn it. So that is it. Thank you again, Kia. Thank you for bringing this to light. I think this is an important discussion. And again, I do not advocate starvation. The learning process that is huge, and hopefully by making this a part of what's important that we discuss, some people can see themselves in maybe gaining a false sense of control and ego by allowing extreme hunger and starvation, which is just as detrimental as the cheating and the binging. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Again, the ultimate goal here is to develop self-worth, you know, understanding who you are outside of the body, and whether you lose weight and become thin and idealistic, that doesn't really make you a better person. So find something that's more profound than competition with someone else, and if your bones are sticking out, it's just not worth that. So I love you all.